The circular economy, more from less is the subject for today, but we're going to be specifically looking at circular economy. So, we live in an economic world today where we take, make, and throw away. And I'm sure many of us who are conscious and want to be focusing on things like purpose, we want to find another way to do things. So what if there was an economic model where we could actually regenerate our business models? What if we could take, make, and put back in? What if we could turn it around over and over again and still continue to drive economic value from that? That concept in itself is something called circular economy, and what many of our talkers are going to be talking to you today about is how they've been incorporating that kind of thinking into their business models. So, what is the premise of a circular economy? Well, I'd like to take inspiration from William McDonough. He did Cradle to Cradle, and I'm sure Jason and Kim will tell you a little bit more about that shortly. But how about this as an intention for our world moving forward? A delightfully safe, healthy, and just world with clean air, water, soil, and power. A world which is economically, equitably, ecologically, and elegantly enjoyed. How about that for an intention? What kind of business could you create if that was your intention every day you came into the office? So the circular economy is inspired by many different models: cradle to cradle, industrial ecology, permaculture, biomimicry, collaborative consumption. All of these models inspire the circular economy. So it's not about being something different, it's just about encompassing that. And what a circular economy does is it focuses on some key principles. Those are: how do we design out waste? How do we think in systems? How do we build resilience through diversity? And how do we use renewable energy to do that? Very big task, but great principles to work to. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to our first speaker, Malcolm. So Malcolm is the founder of EcoStore. He's going to talk to you about a very big range of ideas and where he's come from and what his thinking is. But mainly his philosophy is based on permaculture. So he's going to talk about how that underpins his business. And I guess they recently announced as well that they're growing materials for their packaging. And I'm really interested to know more about that. So we're looking at biodegradables as well. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Malcolm Rands from EcoStore.